Hey everybody, welcome to Dunrovin Ranch. And it is a lovely low day today. I just got back, thanks for your patience, I just got back from a trail ride. I took Crow across the river to get him used to all kinds of things. And I went with Kate. And Kate is an illustrator, a baker. She is married to James, our tech guy, and she wants to learn to ride. And so we're going to do that over the winter. It's also cool because then I have someone to ride with over the winter, because it's so easy to just, look at the thermometer and it says 30 degrees and you're like, well, I was going to go ride my horse today. So it's good to find someone who doesn't mind the cold. It's always better to suffer with a friend. Anyway, just to reacquaint you and acquaint those who are new. Who? This is Mystery. Good boy. He is 7. You need to stand here. He is a Tennessee walking horse, as are all of Suzanne's horses. And we're training him. He's doing great. We had him for a little bit last year, and he was trained on camera a bit last year, and we just ran out of time this year to do right by him. So he went back with Brandon Carpenter, who will be on the phone with me next week, and Mystery came back wonderfully trained. He is still what we call green. A green horse is one who's still learning stuff. But I've been riding Mystery now, had him on 3 or 4 trail rides, and he's just wonderful. He's doing wonderfully. He does tend to get real excited in the beginning of a ride and really move out, which is fine for now. And I let him walk. The idea is to let him walk. But when he breaks from a walk into the next gait that he has chosen, I give a little check with my fingers. Tiny check on my fingers. It's called a check. And you kind of pull back a little bit. And we'll bring him back to his walk, and we walk. He's wonderful. Today, I'm going to work again on side passing. I had a way of doing it which was a little bit different than Brandon's way. So I am going to work on that today. We're also going to do some walking and some changing of direction, some stopping and backing to keep him tuned up a little bit in the arena. And I will ride him until we have a successful for the day side pass. And then I will let you know, and I will jump off. And then I'll meet you in the round pen, and we'll do another time with Oggy. Oggy is our baby. He's a year and a half, I think. He's large. He's cute. He is willful. He's passive aggressive. And I did say cute, right? Well, he's lucky he's cute. Anyway, I apologize for sniffling a little bit. I just got back from riding in the cold. So without further ado, I'm going to just start playing around with Mystery a little bit. God, it's a gorgeous day. I wish you all were here. Any questions, comments, please put them in the chat, and Jake will relay them to me. He's the voice in my ear. He's also the little guy on my shoulder, usually the angel. And I will do the best I can to answer your questions, to respond to your comments. And if I don't know the answer, I will certainly find it and get back to you. Something I do know is that the older I get, the less I know. The more I know about horses, the less I know about horses. And I hope I always stay that way, because as soon as you think you know it all, that's when you're in big trouble. So I learn something every day. If you notice something I'm doing and you're going, maybe you should do that. Maybe it's a great idea, and maybe it's not. And if I don't think it is, I'll tell you why I don't. And we can go back and forth on the chat in real time. that is all, I think. So without further ado, oh, we had a hunter across the way. A guy was shooting. So Monty didn't care. Crow took note, but he didn't care too much. And that's why we have orange hornbags out on the trail, as well as a loud voice saying, hello. So people know that we're not deer or ducks. Anyway, we're going to walk. And if you notice, I'm adjusting my seat and my balance. So I'm fair to him when I ask him to walk. If I'm all over the place and I don't know where my body is and I don't quite have a plan, it's really not fair to him. So as I adjust myself, you notice his ears are back. He's listening to me. I think he's got one foot cocked in back. I can feel it. Am I right? Am I correct? A little bit. And that's not resting. That's getting ready to take off. Not in a bad way. And he always turns around to the right and touches my nose, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's been taught to do. Okay. So we're going to walk on. And just a walk. I rode Mystery out with Suzanne on Friday? We went up to Blue Mountain with, again, Suzanne. Was on Chinook, I think. And we went with Juliet, who's been here for a couple years. She's Mickey's person. And we went with two other friends of Suzanne's who wanted to learn the Blue Mountain Trail. And it was great. It was great for everybody. There were bicycles and hikers and dogs. And Mystery was great. I took him off the trail a lot too and rode parallel with the group. So, keeping an eye out for holes, of course. And he was wonderful. We led a lot of the way because he's fast. And a lot of times Suzanne led, and Mystery had to learn not to tailgate, and that's going to be an ongoing thing. Now, watch this. So watch this pace. Let's keep this. So I'm going to try to keep the same pace with my seat. And not my hands. Good boy. You're so awesome. And Suzanne asked me to gate Mist, as I call him. And we did that, and he's wonderful. He does have a lot of that overreach. Overstep is what they call it. And maybe you can see. This would be fun. If you can focus on one of his front feet. If you can focus on one of his front feet and watch where it lands and where it takes off from. And then watch where the hind foot lands. With Mystery, I bet there's sometimes a good 14 inches. Is that even possible? I know Suzanne's on the chat. Do you have to poop or are you just stopping? That's not okay. He's got a huge overstep. And I don't know what the average is, but that overstep, if I'm not mistaken, is bred into these horses so they can cover a heck of a lot of ground. And Jake, if you don't mind, if Suzanne answers, I'd love to know also. Oh, how long is the average overstep? A Tennessee Walker's overstep. Thank you. Isn't this technology amazing, everybody? So I know that Mystery's thinking about stopping in this corner for a reason I can't yet determine unless it's closer to his herd. So I anticipate that, and I can feel it. And I respond as close to the actual moment of his change of pace as I can. Mystery also, if you recall, I won't change subjects yet. So let's see if we can watch that overstep. A lot of horses, like my horse Crow, my non-gaited horse. Oh wow, that's huge. So I've heard from Suzanne and Jake that the average overstep is 12 to 18 inches. So imagine that extra added to a horse's stride. You can stride. They can cover some ground. I thought I'd stop Mystery for a second and see if he had to urinate or something. He doesn't seem to. He seems to be telling me, though, something's up. So you want to see when the hind foot lands on the same side as the front foot. Even at the walk. He also was foraging a lot. Remember everyone that we learned about foraging? Where the back foot hits the underside of the front foot. It was interesting that when we started the ride, we're not going to get into that habit of stopping. When we started the ride, he wasn't foraging. And as we continued on, he started to. Both feet. So I can't wait to, next week we'll have Brandon, and I can ask him about that. Let's see, my guess would be that it's because he kind of got warmed up a little bit. His muscles got warmed up and he could stretch out there a little bit more. Are you all enjoying the winter bird feeders? It's nice to hear bird sounds. Good boy. It's nice to hear bird sounds on the Nest Cam, isn't it? Again. And yeah. A lot of thistle out of the tree feeder since last night. Sterling put up a suet cage on this one. I'm going to try to find the suet house that went there. I don't see the cage anymore. Oh, there it is. Sterling also said that sometimes he has to open or widen the openings on the suet. On the thistle feeder. And I don't know if he did that or not, but the new one might need to be opened. Mystery doesn't feel like working really today. You okay, Boo? Hope. One step back. There you go. Good boy. I have ordered the new osprey sign, by the way. I actually ordered it and picked it up, but I didn't look at it when I picked it up, and it's incorrect. So I'm having the proper one made. Halloween, our Halloween thing is happening. It's going to be on Wednesday, the 31st. He's checking to make sure it's stable. From 4 to 7, the older homeschool girls, Izzy and Echo, the ones who ride on Wednesday, are kind of in charge with me, the adult in the room, making suggestions. So far, the plan is that the divas will be distributing candy to children who show up in costume. Also, if you show up in costume, you may get a ride on a pony. I'm thinking 10 minutes is good because if we get tons of kids, we'll be here all night. But if we don't get tons of kids, that will obviously let them ride longer. I know Izzy and Echo, and I'm just practicing turns here, mostly with my hands because, as Brandon wisely pointed out, our guests are not going to be riding with their legs. Izzy and Echo will be in costume, and they're planning on costuming whatever horse they plan to ride. I think they're going to be on a horse. What else? I know we're going to have probably Halloween decor all over the place. And Taylor, actually, I think is going to be, she and Taryn, you remember Taryn from working here last year, They were going to dress up like, I think they said Lord of the Rings. So I don't know exactly what that means, what that particular costume is. But Taylor, I think, is going to go solo and do that. And I imagine you do something with the horse. I know I sound like I'm out of the Halloween loop, but I kind of don't do Halloween. But this will be fun. Yes! Excuse me, Suzanne is at the gate, so let's see what she is going to do. I'm sorry I yelled yes in your ears. I forget sometimes. And that's it. I think it's a low-key Halloween, but the divas will be involved. My dream is to do Gumby and Pokey with a horse, and I think that would be too much for me to take on right now. So Suzanne has joined us out here. I bet she's going to talk about overstep. Am I right? Yes, Suzanne's going to talk about overstep with the three-legged dog. All right. So the members, I asked them to see if they could look on the camera. I'm going to have to relay what you're saying, so.
Well, I would like you to get him going and get him along the edge. And then what I'm going to do is, when I see him get up to gate, I will mark where he had his front foot and then measure where his back foot.
Okay. Suzanne would like me to gate Mystery down this side, and then when we're at his at a good gate, then she's going to mark. We're going to measure his overstep. In other words. So as you, we don't need water right now. So Mystery likes to look at things. He's inquisitive. He's also smart. And you know, every time you go anywhere, things look different. Is it okay if I go toward the gate? Yeah, we don't have a lot of room to do this in view of the camera. So let me see if I can get it fast. Nope. Easy, buddy. He's better at this outside than he is inside. She found us one. So in how long? She says 13. So I can get him to gate a lot easier on the trail. So this is something we'll practice. Suzanne's talking to me. I can't quite understand what she's saying, so I'll get over there and see if I can ask her to repeat it. He doesn't like this today, does he? Nope, he doesn't. He needs just a lot of arena work. He doesn't like working in the arena. Who? $16. And I can really feel the difference between. You can feel the difference when they're moving and when they're struggling to get it. I bet too. Suzanne thinks he'll go to 2 feet, which I bet is because you saw him on the trail. How Yeah.
But he doesn't focus
No, at all. Yeah, Suzanne made the point that he doesn't focus down there, which is very true. There's also a big yellow vehicle there. And he's also feeling every time I'm prepping, he's like, uh oh, what is she going to ask me now?
I would take him around about 6 times without every corner just to get his brain going. So he's really focusing on the trail. He also wants to break into the trap, doesn't he?
What are you going to be for Halloween, Suzanne?
I'm gonna grab him a Divas.
What?
I'm gonna grab him a Divas.
Oh, no. I don't know if I should relay that. Suzanne's dressing with the divas. It's not very good, mystery. Walk. So is that the blue and red and purple, or are you gonna go? Are you gonna go crazy this year?
Yeah, I feel the same thing. Better.
Yeah, he doesn't like that side for doing anything, actually. I bet you all can tell the difference now. Can you tell the gait from the trot? Mm-mm. Suzanne, learning to.
He wants to turn his neck though and lead with his shoulder,
I know.
and that's what shortens his stride.
Well, he's trying to avoid the rail.
Yeah, but as long as he has that, he's doing pretty good.
Cola, why don't you go? So we'll do this a couple more times. What I'll do is I'll I'll get his gait on this side. I mean, I'll get a pretty good semblance of it. Oh, that was it for a minute. Oh, that was actually it for a minute. So we're going to actually call that good. I was going to try the other side, but actually he had 4 strides. of a nice gait. You know, that's good. We're going to stop with the gating there. You know, I was raised riding English, and you have a deep seat no matter what you ride, but a deep seat is really important. It's important for the horse. It's important to stay on. It's important to properly ride. And I never had the deepest seat, but having Suzanne teach me how to ride gaited horses has just really made me a more effective rider overall. Because you probably can't see what I'm doing here, but I'm sitting, my hips are way tucked. And with that being the case, we call that heavy in the seat, deep in the seat. I mean, I'm really in there. And that gives me an opportunity to use my hands and my legs and my body a lot more effectively and with a lot more freedom of movement than if I'm perched up here. I don't think I could ride the way I was taught anymore if I had to, which is good. Mystery, you were good. That's hard for you. That's hard for you. Huh, I know. But you're such a good boy. We're going to call that a successful day, y'all. And I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do side passing because that's just adding a little more work and stress to him after we just got our gait. So I am going to. It's hard not to ride with my legs. I'm going to let him lick and chew, which I guess he just did. I'm going to jump off, tie the man up, and then I will meet you over in the round pen, and we will continue our work with Oggy, a.k.a. the Ogginator, and continue on with our round pen work, getting him to a pace that I want and having him keep the pace that I want, turning toward me, turning away from me, stopping, and stopping him. My learning area with him, it's all, like I said, there's always something, which is nice. But I tend to take a step back and say, ho. And he doesn't quite know that yet. And I think I think the first time I did that, I scared him to death. Ho. So I am going to meet you over in the round pen. Taylor took a couple bloggers out on a river ride. We've got, in the last 2 weeks, I think we've had 8 writers coming, and we give them a Montana horse experience, which is a lot of fun. They're very interesting people usually. Taylor will be back by 4 for sure. And then there's more Pony Club from 4 to 7:15. Next week is the last week of Pony Club, by the way. And then we start buttoning up for the winter, but I will be with you most of the winter, in fact. And I believe Taylor's going to stick around and do her Tuesday diva training. And by the way, Ranchan Wardasani's last day this season is October 27th. And she's probably going to listen to this. So we've been very fortunate to have her here. She has been a hard worker and she's been great fun. And I know she doesn't want to stop. She's welcome to volunteer anytime she wants over the winter if she wants to just come by and have some horse time. But just so you know, on the chat on Saturday the 27th, that's her last official day this season. I know she'll be back in April. I couldn't beat her off with a stick if I wanted to, which I don't want. Alrighty, I'll meet you over there. Oh, I'm also getting the dance hall set up for Sunday for the Key Quest. And boy, could it get any busier around here? Isn't it great? Thank you, Mystery. You were wonderful. And I've just dropped all my equipment. I hope I'm still on. Jake, am I still mic'd up? I just dropped everything. Come on, buddy. Jake has informed me that you can still hear me, which is good. Getting Crow ready for the trip. He doesn't like when things surprise him from the back. And I don't need to get him used to all that. Something whacked him, a leaf or something, and he took a huge jump forward. And it surprised me, but oh, your leader rope's in there. But his discomfort at whatever bugged him de-escalated immediately, which is excellent. It's not always the case with horses. You know, Doc, for example, thoroughbreds, they once their adrenaline gets triggered, it takes a long time for it to dissipate. But Crow got it together real fast. So these things are very interesting to learn about him. He's getting much better at gaits. He learns quickly, and he's teaching me what he knows. I'm going to take Mystery's bridle off so he doesn't have to sit with that. And I'll leave him here and saddled up for a bit. I will loosen his cinch. So I found an app, everybody, that I think is the one I'm going to use in January. I did mistakenly put my real name as my name, so I need to figure out a way not to do that. What would you like me to call myself, by the way? So that when I share with you where I am or what I'm doing or the trail I'm on, which once I learn how to do this, I will be able to do, which is so cool. So I need a name. I don't want my real name. Not that I'm running from the law or anything. I'm really not. But you know. So the app is called, I've been trying to find a horse trail riding app. And apparently, I didn't think there was one, but there's one that does have horse trail inclusion. And it's called, what's it called, Kelly? It's called, I don't know. Oh, Rambler. R-A-M-B-L-R. No E. And apparently it's incredible. And I've played with it for a couple of minutes, and it's great. I can share it, like email or text or something. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can share it directly. I mean, I'm sure I can share it directly on the in the chat and or in my chat room, and then you'll be able to know where I am. I can track distance, altitude, and it has a GPS function that will map my outgoing trip, and then I can reverse to come back, so I don't lose my way. I know I'm not going to remember where to turn at all the intersections in the trail, so being able literally voice command telling me how to turn to get back. Isn't that amazing? It's incredible. So that's what I'm playing with. And so I need a name, you know, some kind of cool wanderer, nomad kind of fun name. So I stay in the mood, you know, so I stay in that nomadic frame of mind. That's all on that. So Crow, we're working on that. Excuse me, while I'm resting for 1 sec. The chiropractic on Monday went very well. I had Dugan worked on, just because he's worked so hard this year. He's been our go-to boy. And his spine looked a little wonky. It wasn't bad. He got a basic adjustment. It was wonderful. Crow got worked on for the first time, and Crow took it really well. He enjoyed it, and nothing huge was discovered. Doc was worked on just as maintenance for his comfort, and he hasn't felt real good after. He hasn't felt real good since. I know he was real sore on Tuesday, and he's been a little distant since. Keeping an eye on him. Talked to that vet a lot about his spinal cord. Basically, he has a spinal cord injury, and So what exacerbates it, what's good for him, all that good stuff. So we're just keeping Doc comfortable for a while. I think he could also be a little jealous that I'm riding someone else. So let me take a swig of water and I will come out and work with Oggy. One of the most wonderful things that I've learned and experienced from being on ranches for a few years now is that a hot shower and a cold drink of water, those two things can be two of the greatest pleasures in life. And they don't cost you anything. Maybe a little, but not much. And boy, when you want both those things and you get both those things, all right, Oggy, back up. Thank you. All righty, so what we've been doing with the Ogster here. Sorry, I think, did you just speak to me, Jake? Okay. Again, if you have anything to offer me, let me know. Because believe it or not, I do feel you all watching me, and I do appreciate your attention to what we're doing and your care about what we're doing. Gabby was here and talked a lot about being on camera all the time and all that good stuff, but it actually feels like you're all just sitting around the round pen participating in this with me, which is an interesting development. I didn't know it would start to feel like you were here. It's neat. In a good way, by the way. Hey, little man. So you ready to play? He's getting a pretty good winter coat. Now you notice that the horses are shedding a little bit too, and that's normal. They lose a little hair spring and fall. You think they shouldn't be losing it now, but they lose a little, and then that big coat comes in. Hi, buddy. I heard a lot of cows talking next door lately. All right, Og. I'm going to point. If he doesn't respond, I'm going to whack. If he doesn't respond, I'm going to hit him. There we go. I think he's testing my mettle. What do you think? This is nice. When I point a little bit, he does pick up his pace, which is nice. You notice that we put that Oggy and Mystery are in the mare's pen right now. That's because we're preparing the south pasture for some overseeding, and it's all ready. Well, it's starting to get ready, so we pulled the horses off that pasture. They've been in the riparian for a couple nights now. I think we'll put them down there for one more. There's not a whole lot of grass, and we don't want it to get eaten down too much because it leaves room for weeds. So I think one more night down there, and then they will live for the next, week and a half in the north pasture. Oggy's lived with most of them. It's kind of a small space, and there are corners and there are places where Oggy could get chased into and get hurt. So um, I don't know though. I don't know that I want to put him out there with Mickey and everyone. And considering that Oggy's going to stay here over the winter, and I think Mystery is too, as long as we keep working with Mystery, then probably not a bad idea to keep them separate. All right, you can do that. Can you guys identify a trot from one of his gaits? Okay, that's a trot. See how his diagonal legs move forward at the same time? He's awkward. It's very cute. Step back and he walks. Brandon told me back to the fence. If I want him to turn toward me. Something else that would be good to do, and I think interesting for all of us, is to continue his desensitization. When I was organizing next to the arena under the awning there, where we keep our obstacles and things, there was a huge piece of white plastic that I didn't toss. I thought, wow, this is going to be great for desensitizing. Okay, there you go. Nope, I didn't say stop. I just talked. I want to keep this up. I'm talking. And when he's going to break from his trot, I point. And then I use the whip if I need to. And I'm going to take a couple steps back. And we're going to work on transitions. An upward transition is from a stop to a walk and up through the gates. A downward transition is whatever gate you're at and going back down. So I'm going to point. And then we're going to see if we can walk. That's a good boy, Og. And I want him to look at me. A little lick and a chew. What do you think, Oggy? There's the lick and the chew. He's looking away from me, though. Throwing me some shade. Hi there. Good boy. Good to see you. Let him enjoy this relaxation reward for a second. Hi there. There you go. Good boy. Okay, so now we're going to do finger. Hand didn't do it. Good boy. That was better. Hand first. The magazine's coming out soon, everyone. It's chock full of cool stuff. Also, I am writing just a few short words on the most recent member visit. That was lovely. Sometimes I forget to use my hand first. That's something I need to learn. This is not in my muscle memory yet, but it's getting better. This way? It's not what I wanted, so we're going to turn around. It's not what I wanted either. Nope. It's not what I want. I want, Who? Good boy. This way. Nope. Good. Good boy. Nope, other way. Oh, Kelly, you jumped the gun. All right, well, we have it this way, don't we? There we go. Look at this walk. There you go. Look at that relaxed walk with the head low. That's lovely, Og. That's a good boy. And this is good. He's waiting. He's waiting. See the left ear on me? He's got the left ear on me. He's got his eye on me. Nice relaxed walk. He's ready to work. So we've got this way down. That's a good boy. Turn this way. Oh. This way. This way. Walk. First thing he does is avoid this way. Hey, ho. You go this way. Over here. Over here. Oh. I know we're not changing direction, but if I can just get him to move his head. This way. This way. Good boy. Does anyone have a name yet for me, my road trip name? So far, the votes for my portable corral panels. God, you guys, I think it's just 3-0 orange. 3 votes. 3. Unless Celia's deleting all the other votes. Celia, is that what's happening? What are my votes? Jake's telling me the votes. I can't quite hear him. Okay. So maybe I should come up with 3. We should have a vote for 3. Maybe and then we'll vote. It's not bad, Oggy. It's better. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll have guys throw a bunch out there. I'll pick a top 3, and then we'll vote. Do you guys think it should be a Facebook vote also for the final 3? Think that'd get people interested? Well, you can poop and walk at the same time, boo. Come on. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right, we're going to get a little energy behind us now. Come on. Okay. This way. No. Good. Good boy. That's okay. Walk. There we are. It's getting better, huh? Let's put a little zip in our step, boo. And we'll go this way. There you go. I'm working a little too hard at this, I know. So I'll anticipate Brandon's correction. Let's go this way. Good boy. Good boy. Let's move along. Let's move along, buddy. Good. I know that I am taking too many steps. He's not really cheating me anymore, is he, though, by coming off the rail? I also don't want to do this at the same spot every time. This way. This way. This way. Nope. Move your little butt over. Ho. This way. Move your head that way. It didn't work. Let's go. And walk. There's a nice transition. He didn't stop first, but I really need this to happen one more time. Move your little butt over. Mm-mm. Go ahead. This way. This way. Nope. Come on. You know this. Ho. This way. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. All right, this side is good. So I'm going to do the same thing this way. Step to my left, point to the right. Good boy. Nope, that way. There we go. Good man. I knew you could do it. I knew I could do it. By the way, if Gab's on there, I found the original of the photo you asked for without all the weird arty stuff on it. Step and point. Let's get a little more action in that. Do it like you mean it, Oggy. Do it like you mean it. All right, let's see if we can get one more. This way. Good boy. Other way. Good boy. Sweet. Should I try one more time? Should I do it one more time to get it down, or should I, yeah, why not? Good boy. I'm going to try to not do it the same place in the arena every time. And that way. Oh. This way. Good boy. There he is. He paid attention to my hand. You see that right then? Good man. One more. Back to the side. Point. Yeah. There you go. This way. Sweet. That's a good man. Let's give a little more juice there. Good boy. And I'm going to ask him to stop, but not at the gate. Step back and maybe to the right. Ho. That was not good. Thank you. That was not good on my part, by the way. Ho. Walk. Ho. Oggy, making me look bad. I asked you to walk and you know exactly what I want. Let's go. Stop. Ho! Well, why not? We'll take it. Ho! We're going to take it. We're going to take it, bud. Oh. Ho. Oh, we're just done. We're just done. We're just done. Got a lick and a chew, which is good. Hey, there you go. You did great, man. Want to come say hi to the nice people? Come here, Og. Look, show that cute face. He says, not really, not right now. He's not in the mood. There you go. There you go. Look at that face, people. All right, he did great. And I know what I need to work on for me. And that's great. Thanks, you guys, for joining us today. Tall Tales from the Trail, I believe, is Thursdays at 4:30 Montana time. It's a gorgeous day. I hope Suzanne gets to sit outside. And like I said, Taylor should be back soon, and then you've got 3 hours of Pony Club. I will probably grab a bite to eat, and then maybe I'll put Crow out here. I was going to desensitize Crow, but I can't really flap a tarp around when kids are on horses, so I got to think about what to do. Anyway, I could finish writing that article. Thanks again for joining me. I appreciate it. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a lovely day. And we will talk soon. Bye-bye.